Hello, everyone. Has anybody ever told you that something you like to do has been considered childish to them? I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me, and I think people should just mind their own business, to be honest. And they should let you do what you feel like is comfortable for you and what you like to do, especially if it distracts you from whatever goes on in your head. I'm sure a lot of adults do childish things anyway, such as drawing, arts and crafts, and the big one that a lot of adults do, I know, is watch Disney. Disney's for children. Might not look at it sometimes, but it's definitely for children. The things that people tell me are childish that I do are watching anime, building Gundam models, which is probably my favorite pastime because Gundam models are very complicated and it takes a lot of brain activity to go and actually do it. And, you know, I also make car noises when I'm driving sometimes. Sometimes I just like to go and take the wheel, and when I'm in a turn, going fast, and like skirt, skirt. That's just fun for me though. It's not anything that distracts me from anything like that. It's just fun and I like to do it. But yeah, a lot of the things that people say are for children, but if you actually like partake in it, know what it is about, then you'd understand that it's not for children. Anime, for example, is definitely a cartoon. I can't deny anything about it. It's animated. It has cartoonish characters. Their voices are very cartoony. But a lot of it is definitely not for kids. There is a lot of lewd content. There is a lot of blood in some of them, a lot of gore. Some of them are very disturbing, and you should never show it to kids. There's a forum actually where a lot of people are discussing different animes that kids should not be watching. It's on myanimelist.net, and there's just a ton of people posting different animes that people under the age of, I would believe, about 10 should not be even looking at or watching. A lot of animes you shouldn't even watch until you're like 18, to be honest. But animes, they have a storyline, they have a plot, they have romance, fighting, they have all the good stuff that you would find in like any good Netflix series that you would watch. It's just animated. But I don't think that it would be for children at all. Another thing people have told me is childish is building Gundam models. Gundam models are here. Actually, let me grab one. This right here is a Gundam model. This took about 2 days to build. It could have come out better if I took longer and put more effort into it, but I was on a time schedule, so it is what it is. But yeah, it takes a lot of effort to build these. It's very not childish. I started when I was a kid, but I've gone into like the harder models of them. So I wouldn't say that it's for children. A child could possibly build it if they have like a parent watching them, or they have, or a genius, I guess. Let's see. There's a professor from Randolph-Macon College in Ashland, Virginia. But her name is Kelly G. Lambert, and she does like brain studies, and she says the brain is programmed to derive pleasure and satisfaction when efforts produce something tangible, visible, and is extremely important and meaningful in gaining the resources necessary for survival. Your brain is programmed to do what you want, basically, and get results from that, what you want. Building a model is definitely a good version of this because you have all these small pieces that you have to fit together. You have to find out where they go. You have instructions, but with a gunpla, the instructions are mostly in like Japanese, So it's not exactly easy. You just have to look at the picture and try to kind of find out what piece goes where. But that's from aarp.org. But for me, it's fun and all, but for me, it's more of a distraction from what goes on in my head. I have a lot of bad stuff that goes on in there, and building a model or watching anime for me is a great distraction. When people call me childish, if it's somebody I don't know, then it doesn't really hurt me at all. But when it's somebody that's close to me, such as a family member or somebody I'm in a relationship with or anything like that, whenever they call me childish, I start feeling like ashamed by what I'm doing. It just kind of makes me feel I'm not grown up. I need all this toys and stuff, I guess, to go and keep myself busy. But for me, it's all in the head. On the contrary, though, there's people out there who just really don't understand any of it. They've never actually built a model. They probably never had a parent show them how it goes. They've never seen an anime, so they see that it's animated and they just think it's a cartoon. So I completely understand why they would think that it's for children. And my friend Crystal, actually, she said from an outsider's point of view, they might think hobbies is childish because, well, they are from an outsider. They have not been exposed to it. So if they were exposed to it, it definitely would help them with that. Those who think anime is childish may have hobbies that are typically thought of as childish, might thought of boring. Furthermore, if they have friends who are into anime, then there is an unlikely chance that they will go out of their way to learn about it and formulate an opinion based on actual experience. An example of this would be a man getting dumped because his girlfriend thought he was very childish of his action figure hobby on Reddit. After she dumped him for being childish because he liked to collect action figures because it made him feel happy, she dumped him and he started thinking that what he was doing was wrong, that he shouldn't be doing it. He was ashamed of himself. It's from a Reddit post, but it's more of a personal experience than it is like an actual like fact or anything like that. I mean, I've had personal experiences like that, so I understand what he's coming at. And there's a lot of people out there who have also had these types of experiences. So a solution for this is the people that are close to you mostly. You could go and try to go and like expose them to what you're doing. You could have them try to build a model with you. You could have them watch anime with you so that they understand what you're doing isn't considered childish to you. It means a lot to you, and it actually keeps you from doing stuff that you don't want to be doing, which is, in my case, bad things. But yeah, if they know all that stuff and they were more open-minded about it, they would understand. They would be more empathetic towards you. So if they see you doing this stuff, they won't call you a child. They won't like start arguing with you, telling you everything you do is wrong. Alright, and for the conclusion. Just because you get older does not mean you have to get boring, which is what a lot of people who think this stuff is childish is. They are stuck in their own world, work, sleep, wake up, work again, and they don't seem to really have a life, I guess. That's in my opinion. But they should not harass you for doing what you feel like doing, that you love and gives you comfort. They should definitely not do that because they hurt you a lot. It's not a fun experience when someone close to you tells you that you are being a child. And yeah, people need to be more open-minded about other childish hobbies. I'm sure there's people out there who draw that think something like model building is childish, but they're drawing. They taught you in kindergarten and preschool how to do it, so it's kind of considered childish. You're just better at coloring in between the lines, I guess. But if they shouldn't be mad at the people that are close to them about doing their childish hobbies. They should just be be happy that they could express themselves like that.